In tarot, the court cards represent people, personalities, and stages of development. Unlike the numbered cards, which show experiences and lessons, the court cards show who is embodying the energy, or how that energy is showing up within you. Court cards can represent you, someone else in your life, or a role that you are stepping into. They're not fixed identities, but living expressions of energy shaped by experience, maturity, and awareness. Each suit moves through 4 levels of expression: pages, knights, queens, and kings. Together, they show how an element evolves from curiosity to mastery. When court cards appear, they ask us to look at personality, behavior, and approach. This could be someone's age, but more often it reflects emotional maturity, communication style, leadership, or even how a person handles power. A court card may show how someone acts, how they lead or follow, how they process emotions or ideas, or how they wield influence in the world. Court cards are less about what happens and more about who is involved and how the energy is being expressed. The pages represent the beginning of an element. They are curiosity, learning, and new awareness. Pages are open and observant and willing to explore, even if they lack experience. Pages haven't yet mastered the element, but they're discovering it. They bring news, new ideas, and the first spark of potential. Historically, pages were young attendants in royal courts, students, apprentices, and messengers. They can represent a student, messenger, inner child, or a new perspective. When a page appears, it may ask, "What are you learning?" or "What are you open to discovering?" The knights represent action and momentum. They show how an element moves through the world. Knights are driven, expressive, and often intense. They represent pursuit, ambition, and how someone goes after what they want. Knights can be inspiring, however, they can also be reactive or impulsive. The knights also resemble mounted military statues. In historical equestrian statues, the position of the horse's legs tells a story. 1 leg raised means the rider was wounded in battle. 2 legs raised means they died in battle, and all 4 grounded meant they survived. The knights carry the same symbolism. They are in motion, they represent action, conflict, pursuit, and the cost of charging forward. When a knight appears, the question becomes, how are you moving, and is that moving aligned? Queens in tarot represent internal mastery. They embody an element through presence, wisdom, and emotional intelligence. Queens don't chase, they attract. They show self-awareness, intuition, and the ability to hold space for others. A queen understands her power and uses it intentionally. The queen's throne symbolizes internal authority. When a queen appears, she asks, "How well do you know yourself? And do you nurture your energy within?" The kings are external mastery and leadership. Where the queen masters the inner realm, the king governs the outer world. He structures the element, directs it, protects it. Kings are about responsibility, leadership, and control, for better or worse. They show how we wield power once we've matured. Essentially, they show authority, responsibility, and how an element is expressed in the outer world. Kings lead, guide, and stabilize energy for others. At their best, they rule with integrity and wisdom. At their worst, they can become controlling or rigid. Each court card is shaped by its element: fire, wands; water, cups; air, swords; and earth, pentacles. As we move through each suit, we'll explore how personality, power, and maturity change depending on the element being expressed. This is where tarot becomes psychological, relational, and deeply personal.